Hi, I'm Jamie and welcome to Glowing Beauty Addiction, and welcome back if you're one of my subscribers. Today I'm going to do something I've never done before, but I came across something in the drugstore the other day that kind of made me go a little bit. There's been some controversy. Let me start there. I own this palette. This is the Huda Beauty Rose Gold Edition. Now, I'm sure a lot of you know that this is being re-released as a new and improved palette. I've used this a few times. I'd say it's never really been my favorite palette, but I was in my Walmart the other day checking out what they had because I'm on the hunt for Wet n Wild and I cannot find it anywhere. It used to be at my Walmart and now it's not. So yeah, I've been looking for Wet n Wild anything, and it used to be at my Walmart and now it's not. I can't find it anywhere. I have checked at my Shoppers Drug Mart, my Rexall, my Walmart. Oh, where else have I've checked a lot of places. I think I'm gonna have to actually go into the city and either try some of their Walmarts or maybe a London Drugs, something along those lines. But it used to be everywhere and now it's nowhere. So today what I'm gonna do is Dualistic dupe, because if you will look, here's my Huda beauty palette. Here is a palette that I found at Walmart. Okay, can we see? These look beyond very familiar or similar. And this palette here is by Hard Candy. It's called Hard Candy Look Pro Eyeshadow Pro Palette. That is all it's called. And it's got the color names on the back there. So yeah, it kind of intrigued me a bit. I've never done a dupe video. A lot of times I find dupes, they're not really dupes. They look similar, but formula is different, on and on and on. So I have already got my base on, and this is a sneak peek for some upcoming reviews because I have started using, or tried using, this Instant Age Rewind Eraser Makeup from Maybelline. I'm on the hunt for the right color. I've been loving it. As well, I've been using it in combination with this new Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser. I've mentioned this before on my channel. I will say the color selection for these, it leaves a lot to be desired. Now perhaps that's just in my area, but I have everything from the lightest of lights to the darkest of darks, and I can just about pull them all off. So that is a little disheartening. Now I set all of that with this new Maybelline Fit Me Set and Smooth Normal to Dry Skin in Natural Beige powder. And the reason I started trying all these is there was a huge sale. So I thought, why not give it a whirl? I then used this Laura Geller highlight. It's probably not in order, but I'll go through what I've got on my face so far. Laura Geller is one of those brands that you can't get in Canada very easily. I think I would have picked this up down in the States on one of my trips. I do really like these highlighters. They really have a nice payoff without being chunky and gross. For blush, used this Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trio in Pool Party. I've been purging, so I'm coming across a lot of these things that were in the bottom of drawers and whatnot, and I thought, I'm going to give them another whirl. I didn't really contour today, but I have been loving, love this bronzer. It is Physicians Formula, and it's just bronzer. I love this, and it kind of, when you get up and you smell it, it's like suntan lotion, but coconut, and it's kind of gives you a nice feeling. I should say, okay, so I set everything with the prior powder. Once I got my face done, I tried out this Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Transforming Powder in Nude Beige. I am on the hunt for a pressed powder with a little bit of color in it that that I carry around in my purse. There's nothing worse than being out and maybe your foundation's starting to break up a little, or you're feeling just a little bit oily and you don't have blotting papers and you want to touch up, but you don't want to carry a great big thing of loose powder around in your purse. So that's what I'm trying to find. On my lips, I always start with this NARS SPF 15 sunscreen. It's just called Pure Sheer SPF Lip Treatment from NARS. I've mentioned this before, I've used it a lot. It is essentially like a chapstick, I guess. It was an impulse buy when I was down in Vegas last time because the weather down there was so much drier than it was here. I can't live without this. Another lip product I can't live without. I use this every night. I've gone through so many of these. It's from Bite Beauty and it's called the Agave Lip Balm. And this is magical. It smells like maybe like beeswax or something, but this in combination with their other lip mask, cannot live without. Love them. For color, I am trying my Palladio and Casey Holmes collaboration in Rescue. So far, I love these. They dry down nice, but they don't feel drying. And the wear time is turning out to be pretty good, but I'm gonna keep trying them to make sure. I have also primed my eyes with the usual, I use my, of course, Makeup Forever primer. And then primed my eyes with Painterly, the MAC Pro Paint Pot. These things are amazing. I'm actually quite surprised this one hasn't dried out on me yet because I know they're kind of infamous for doing that. So what I'm going to try to do today, try in air quotes, because that seems to be the thing today. I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm going to try to create the same look using Huda on one side, Hard Candy on the other, and I'm going to put it through the paces today, see how it wears, see if they are actually comparable. I'm going to use the same brushes, everything. I have my, can't recommend these enough, these color switcher sponges. Amazing. So I am going to start by going in with my Kevyn Aucoin. It's a big fluffy brush, and I think I'll actually do Huda on this side just because that's how I have my palettes in front of me. So from the Hard Candy, I am going to go in with this shade right here for a base, and we're gonna see how this goes. Okay, so far it feels very smooth. It's not patchy. It is laying down very nice. Now I'm not sure how the comparison is going to be since Huda does say that they're more of a pressed pigment more than an eyeshadow, but we will see. So from Huda, I will go in with Beige for the base color just because it's very similar, and we will see how that goes. So of course this is very smooth as well. I can't really diss Huda's eyeshadow formulation. I don't like that you have to use your fingers supposedly. So far they're looking, well, it's just a base color. They're looking the same. So I am going to go in with my Wayne Goss 16 brush, and we are going to go into, let's see what colors are kind of similar. I think we'll go into the one right beside here. We're going to go into this color here for the crease transition type shade. If you hear noise in the background, I'm trying to film this quickly. My eldest is in school today, and my youngest, I'm hoping Lego Ninjago will keep him occupied quickly, for long enough for me to quickly put this look together, and then I can film wear times throughout the day. Yeah, there's no denying these are going on smooth. They're blending nice, they're laying nice, they're not patchy. So from Huda, I'm going to go in with a Sandalwood, which is this corner one right here, and do the same thing. It's almost not fair sometimes with these, do one eye with one, almost just because I find you're better at one eye than the other. But we'll see how it goes. And depending on how this goes, I did have plans to go out and about today. It's almost like hard candy's more pigmented. But if this wears like caca, then I won't be. I will stay at home and work around here. We had a little drizzle of rain last night, which was greatly appreciated, keeping the wildfires at bay. So we keep our eyes to the sky. So now I think what I'm going to do is, I don't want to do too drastic of a look, but I kind of do. Let's go in with, should we do the red? I think we should almost do the red just because we're going to put it through the paces. Yes. No. I'm so indecisive. I don't know if that's being a Cancer or what, but no, I've changed my mind. I'm going to go in with this bright pink. We're going to do something crazy. And I'm going in with my Marc Jacobs The Shadow brush. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this, which eye? This one. On my entire lid. Wow. Okay, this is going on so nice. There is pigment there for days. It's not powdery. I'm not getting fallout, which is good because I didn't consider that and I didn't powder under my eyes. This is amazing. Who would have thunk it? I'm loving this. I don't think I've ever tried anything from Hard Candy before. So, wipe that off. We will go in with a Flamingo from the Huda palette and see how that. I would have to say this one is almost a bit patchy. It's not laying down as nice. I don't know if you can see or not, but it definitely is not going on as smooth. It may be, no, I would say they're about even pigmentation, but I am having to work it quite a bit more. So there's that. So now with my Wayne Gaw, no, I'm gonna go in with this Moda Pro BMX 430 crease brush that I got in one of my subscription boxes. And now I'm gonna go in with this red. We're just gonna do something crazy, I don't know. It's the mood I'm in. I'm gonna focus that on this outer corner and bring it up my crease a bit. I want to use a light hand. I don't want a red streak, but I do want to have a little bit of something something. Just deepen that outer corner, blend it out. quite nice. Okay, so clean that brush, and then we will go in with Man Eater from the Huda palette. Same brush. And see how that goes. Yeah, I would have to say at this point that the Hard Candy has more pigmentation than this Huda palette does. So it's not really translating red at all on this side. Looks more red in the monitor, but in my mirror it's translating very brown. So it's almost like it's pulling a lot more from the crease color I laid down first. But yeah, it's definitely not as red as my Hard Candy. Actually, I prefer the red in my Modern Renaissance palette. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this as red, but we'll try that. Interesting. Let's just wipe this off and blend this a bit better. Yeah, that was kind of shocking. So I think, yeah, that's kind of perplexing. So looking at these palettes, I would have to say I'm gonna go in with a packing brush. This is my Sigma Short Shader in E29. And I'm gonna go in with this red with Hard Candy. And I'm gonna pop that kind of in the center here. And I'm gonna work it more towards the outer edge. It's kind of nice. It looks like it might be chunky in the palette, but it's not translating that way, which is nice. That's given some definition. Quite liking that. So we'll knock that off the brush, and we will go in with Fling in the Huda palette and try to do the same thing. Just work it towards the outer edge. I have a little man standing at my door. One moment, please. The joys of filming with little ones. So we're just gonna, like I said, try to get this to pay off like the other eye by just working it from center out towards the outer edge to get a little definition. It's definitely not working as well. It's not, I don't know how to describe it. You can see the line here, but this one, it's blotchy. I don't know what I think about that. So let's take, I'm just gonna grab this Morphe E28 and just try to fluff it out a bit, see if that helps. Hard Candy is definitely much more blendable. So let's take this Sigma E41 Duo Fiber Blend brush, and we're gonna go into the black, and we're just gonna try to deepen that outer corner. Black is the scary part, you never know how pigmented and how well it's going to blend. These dual fiber brushes are not my favorite at the best of times, but I find as far as my brushes go, they're nice for being able to, because they're so pointed, for going in with a light touch to try to deepen a corner if you want to really smoke out a corner. So that's blending beautifully, and it's a definite black without being so black that you're scared you're going to wreck your whole look by trying to deepen that. So we're going to go in with Black Truffle in the Huda palette and see how that goes. Let's see if we can duplicate that at all. I'm trying to go in with the same heavy-handedness, or light-handedness I should say. Just kind of to give it a fair shot. I don't want to be digging in to one palette and barely brushing the other. But do you see how this is? It's just sitting there. So this palette is definitely a lot more work. Now with all the controversy with the remastering it, because even though they said that this was the best palette in the world, and now they're changing it to make it better, is always a little iffy to me. I love the Huda liquid lips. Her eyeshadow palettes, take them or leave them. So yeah, there's definitely more payoff on the rock candy side. I'll have to, if I can find it, I'm going to put up the prices of both of these palettes. I wish I knew, like I've said a million times, I wish I could just put it right here, a little thing pop up saying, you know, these palettes are X amount of dollars, and I will figure it out. But I'd like to know who owns this Huda palette. What do you think about it? And are you going to purchase the remastered version of the palette? I don't think I will be. I think now that I've found this rock candy palette so far, that's gonna be my way to go on that. So the looks are looking similar, but there's definitely more pigmentation on the rock candy side. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this Sigma E45 small tapered blending brush, and I'm going to go into this color just to highlight under my brow and the inner corner and see how that goes. And okay, so that one's not giving a whole lot of payoff that I can see in my mirror. So I'm gonna go in with the one next to it, this pinky one, and see how that, oh there, that's better. Now we're getting some payoff. I always like to, I know you're supposed to highlight above your brow because that's the high point of your eye, but for some reason I feel like I have to somehow highlight under the brow. I feel like it just kind of opens my eye up a little bit more. So that's not overly pigmented, it's not overly shiny by any means, but it's just enough of a hint of color that it's kind of nice. So clean off my brush and I will go into this Angelic, is kind of similar, and we will see how this one performs. I'm gonna say these are, and I know it's not fair in the sense that she even says, you know, use your finger to apply, but how are other brands like this Hard Candy able to put out the same shades? There we go, we got a little something. And you don't have to use your finger, and you can use a brush. So this one might have a little more shine than the hard candy. The shades are slightly different though, so that could be. There's more, how do I describe it? More of a glitter shine without there being chunky glitter on the hard candy side, whereas this is definitely a smoother sheen, but is what it is. So I think to finish off this look, I am going to go in with, let me clean this off, my Sigma Short Shader again, and I am going to take, I'm going to take the red and I'm going to take it under my eye a little bit, just to kind of connect, and I'll kind of blend it into that black that we laid down in the outer corner, just to kind of smoke it out even more, blow it out a bit more. Try it with Man-Eater on the other eye. This black has fallen out under my eye on this side. I'm finding like going in the same, you don't get any color on your brush. So I'm not really digging how this is working for me. Yeah, I'm definitely, the wear test will be the big time determining factor. But so far I would have to say that hard candy is winning this race. So I'm just going to quickly line my eyes and pop some lashes on and whatnot. And I think the next time you see me will be for a wear test update. See you soon. Bye. So time for the first check-in. It has only been about, let's see, hour and a half. But I just thought I'd update that so far everything's looking the same. All I did was I lined my eyes using the Inglot AMC eyeliner gel in black. I do have that code, Get Dollied, if you would like a discount on that. I then used the Paper Pusher Stretch Fiber Lengthening Mascara by Touch in Soul. I have to say I've been really digging the mascara by this brand. I used the Ardell 120 Demi lashes. Love these so far. I used the Revlon Precision Dark Glue. You can tell how much I use it. It's such a gross mess around the top. And I set everything with the Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day Setting Spray. If you have not tried this, you need to. I am finding I had stocked up on some MAC Fix Plus, and it is sitting about, not getting used. I use this every day. Love it, and it works. And not just for controlling some oil and whatnot. I find my makeup does last longer. So we're trying that out as well. I'm noticing that this foundation is, well, I don't know if it says it's supposed to be a matte, but I'm finding it's quite dewy looking. This was in color Creamy Ivory. Color's light, but with the sunburn, it's really hard to get a match. I guess it doesn't say it's not supposed to be dewy, but it is more dewy than what I'm used to. But I will keep you updated on that as well. I think I might do a whole CoverGirl type, or Maybelline / CoverGirl / drugstore brand video. So I will check in again, and we'll see how this all goes. Bye. Hi, it is now 5:39. So I did my face around 9:30 this morning, did a check-in an hour later. I have not touched my face except to take my lashes off. The powder and the foundation are not holding up the best. I do look a little oily. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna see if I can fix this up. I'm actually on the way out the door right now to take my son to ball. So I'm hoping I can salvage this look. And even though the powder was not the point of the video, I just want to see if this powder will knock down the oil slick. And that's odd because I do not have oily skin. It may take more than that. I'm going to have to go get some blotting powder or blotting papers. Okay, but the reason the video, Dualistic dupes. So to recap, on this side I had used this Rock Candy palette that I got at Walmart, and on this side I used my Huda Beauty palette. So it's been quite a few hours. I haven't done all that much, a couple errands, day-to-day stuff. Looking very closely, I would say the pigmentation did hold up better on the Huda side, but not by much. My Rock Candy side still looks fabulous. Like, looking in the monitor, it's still a little darker. The black held up a bit better on this side. But, I really can't see a difference. So, I guess Rock Candy has done it. And what's nice too, and I noticed this after, and I don't know why I didn't mention it, this Hard Candy palette has a little mirror. That's what the little, try not to blind you. That's what the little decorative part here on the front is. So I guess my verdict is in. If you were choosing between the two, for the cost difference, I would highly recommend the Rock Candy palette, to the point where I may go back and pick up their other palettes. It was a dream to work with. It blended nice, it was smooth, it wasn't patchy, the price is right. I saw a couple other palettes this size, also some smaller ones, so I may go and pick those up and see how they perform. And I'll see, I don't know if I can zoom you in here, or if it's gonna have to be an editing thing. Yeah, I am greasy. So I don't know if this foundation is really working, but we'll get all right up close and personal here. And as you can see, they look pretty identical to me. So there's the Huda Rock Candy. So yeah, the Huda still looks, it looks a little bit more even and more pigmented in some regards, but for the price difference, I would say go the Rock Candy route. But yeah, so that's all for this video. I have a few pre-recorded videos that I can put out in the days coming. I have some plans for some other videos to film. I'm on a, how do I say this? I feel motivated to film, but these weather changes or something, my energy level and mood is kind of up and down. But I'm working on it. So we will go from there. So if you haven't already and you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe down below. And until next time, love you so much. See you next video. Bye.